This episode is brought to you by Vast as the Ocean Photography and Ill Since 1977 Studios.
Last year, I started a project called Fatherless Not Flawed. It's short, informative, without being emotionally overwhelming. The project was well accepted, but today I feel it was time to revisit. So let me give you 5 steps on how to cope with growing up without a dad. So, disclaimer, this segment of the video will not be scripted, just going off the top of my head for what I know. So, as I stated, Fatherless Not Flawed is created for people who grew up like myself that did not have a dad. I just want to give you 5 tips or 5 steps or 5 ways to cope with growing up without how to cope without growing up without a dad. So, number 1, none of this is your fault. It's not your fault that your mom and dad are not together. A lot of it stems from 2 adults not being able to come to a common ground after a disagreement or whatever. I have heard tales of little kids blaming themselves. So just number 1, keep in mind that it's not your fault. Number 2, don't let the statistics define you. If you look online, you'll see fatherless kids, they grow up to make less money, more likely to spend time in jail, early pregnancies, more likely to get on drugs. Don't let those statistics define you, because you are an individual and you have full control over what happens in your life. So don't read statistics and get in your feelings and say, well, hell, I'm already expected to do these things, so let me go get on drugs because everyone thinks I'm going to because I grew up this way. So like I stated, growing up without a father is not your fault, but you do have full control over what happens in your life. Number 3 is seek self-mastery. Self-mastery is just mastery of self. The way you find self-mastery is to set realistic goals, find a hobby to keep you busy, create a YouTube channel or anything like that that's going to keep you going. Celebrate small victories. Always celebrate yourself. If you get a B in class, hey, it's not an A, but hey, you got something to work towards. So just celebrate any small victories that you have in life. And once you start being real with yourself, start accepting accountability and consequences for your actions, when you know that all that does fall on you, that's how you work towards self-mastery, becoming a better person overall. Number 4 step is give your mom her flowers. I'm pretty sure she's working, coming home to you, have to cook, clean, also, do stuff around the house. So the way you can give your mom her flowers is to thank her for the small things. Mom, thank you for dinner. Thank you for buying me whatever. Take the initiative to clean up around the house more. Just, hey, Mom, you sit back. I'll do the dishes you cooked. Mom, I'll keep my room clean going forward. Mom, if you need me to vacuum, just, take the trash out. Just take little initiatives around the house. Let your mom know that you do appreciate her. And you don't want her to come home from work and have to deal with, more work. You want her to be able to, relax and do a little as possible while keeping the household running. And that way I can guarantee it'll have a more pleasant environment when mama's happy. And then the 5th step is to have an outlet. If it's a journal or a digital journal, a YouTube channel, just document, have a journal. It could be an older sibling, an uncle or aunt, just someone that you can confide in, talk to. And also, don't be afraid to ask questions and let people know how you're feeling. I kind of grew up in an era where kids were to be seen and not heard, so we didn't ask a lot of questions about adult type situations. So you have the right to ask questions, but if you don't feel comfortable, just get you a journal. It could be a paper journal. It can be the journal app on your phone. Just document how you were feeling. You can also be like a verbal type journal, and you can just record yourself. So, hey, this is today's day. This is how I'm feeling today. It's also good. It's always good to let out how you're feeling. So the 5 steps again. Number 1, it's not your fault. Number 2, don't let the statistics define you. Number 3, seek self mastery. Number 4, give your mom or the single parent that you're living with their flowers. And number 5, always have an outlet. So, um, as I stated, fatherless, not flawed. You are fatherless, but you are not flawed. These are going back on sale on Amazon. The link will be in the description. My email address is also in the book. If you have any questions or any comments, or you can also just comment here on YouTube. Or if you need to reach out to me on a more personal level, I am getting into, self mastery for myself, and also live coaching for fatherless, not just kids, but even if you're an adult and you kind of have questions or need help coping with growing up without a dad. I'm looking into life coaching for that as well. So, like I said, just leave a message, comment, and you guys have a great day.